Nigerian feminist. Okay, another fan. Okay. So I want you to watch it and tell me your thought.
History of oppression that you rats, men like you, caused us. Modern woman, or the woman who has a chance to tell men, shut up and actually not get slapped. Even your mother, the woman that you idolize, looks at me and wants my life. I love telling men to shut the hell up. I loved looking men in the eye and looking at them like trash. And what can they do? Modern woman, misandry. Misandry only annoys men. It does not do half the thing that misogyny does. Us, because we said we'll marry a man that is broke. And I am living your mother's and your great grandmother's dream. Love it. I love that there's a legal system that tends to only women. Yes, and men get to bear the consequences of their actions. Rats.
Don't really have any words other than what is she on?
Yeah, I don't know what to say because she said there's a system that's sort of protecting women to say whatever they want
Even
and
the
do
way
whatever
that
they
she
want.
speaks about people is disgusting.
Not people, men.
Men, yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna say that system that she's talking about is run by men. That protection is given by men. The protection she's talking about.
Yeah.
Uh,
Look, I mean, protections are set up for other situations, aren't they? In order to protect actual, vulnerable women. But the extent that she's taken it to is just.
well, she said misogyny. Misogyny is an individual thing.
Yeah, but it's like she's got something going on with herself, because why would you go out your way to try and not even disrespect, but the way that she's portraying it is degrade men to such a low standing that, to me, there has to be something wrong with the way you view yourself. If you have to make other people feel that way to feel better, and to take such a protection that's been put in order to protect actual vulnerable women, shame on you.
I don't think that's the case. I think I guarantee you she's never experienced any sort of misogyny. I guarantee you she's never experienced it.
Yeah, but also it's the way she's flexing, your mum and your grandmother. I'm living the life that they want.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, because she's free. She's sexually liberated. She's free. She can hop from one man to another. That's what she means.
Whether that's what
she means, and also
she's not what she says.
Also, she's literally said it. Also, she can tell men to shut up, and she can slap men, and nothing will happen to her. That's what she said.
Well, she said she could.
Yeah, so it is what it is. I think she's never experienced I don't think patriarchy is bad, because I think patriarchy was set up to protect women. I think that's what feminists wrong with, like patriarchy this, patriarchy that, even though it was set up to protect women. She's talking about misogyny, which is like the contempt and hatred towards women. So if she's talking about the system doesn't hate women, right? So if she's talking about any system that's sort of that has a bit of the standard is patriarchy, right?
Yeah.
If she's talking about that, it would make sense. But then she would be wrong, because it's not because they take it the wrong way. It's what she's been told, that the patriarchy hates women, the system hates women and degrades women and put women down, and that's what she's running with. And I guarantee you, she's never experienced any of that in her life, and she's just for some reason um, developed some sort of hatred towards men, and it is what it is. The system allows it, and that's why she's able to do that now. That is the patriarchy protecting her to do that, by the way.
No, I know. But you think she's a
No.
very confused woman.
Okay, do you no forget about her for a second? Do you think is the whole thing is feminists don't understand what they're fighting for, what they're doing, because the patriarchy that they're fighting against enables them to do the things they're doing. Because if you remove the patriarchy, they would not be able to do any of this. You don't agree? Every power, every power,
Yeah, no, I know. where
every
you're
power
running
and
with
every
it.
freedom that
Yeah.
women enjoy today was given to them by the patriarchy.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So there's nothing to talk about.
No,
there, is
and
it?
that's why, because the way that you were running with it,
Why? What do you mean the way I was
point that
running
I
with
knew
it?
the point that you were making already. That's why there isn't really anything to say.
Well,
Because
no, hold on a second. The way I was. What do you mean the way I was running with it? Did I
because
say
I already
something out
knew
of?
that where you were going with it, which is true. The systems that are in place and the reason that they're able to speak out like this is, yeah, because of the patriarchy.
Okay, so what are feminists fighting for? Because they're fighting against the very thing that protects them. Okay, because if you look
I
right now,
mean, there are things that should be, fought for and have been fought for.
name
and
one.
We've got rights for and protections for.
Name one thing that should be fought for right now that women
I
are
don't mean
lacking
right
that
now.
men don't have.
I'm not saying right now. I meant like looking back in sort of history, things that were fought for. There, there
Is
were solid reasons. However, now
okay. Do you think
I
that's why
don't
things are the way they
believe.
are right now?
Well,
I mean, messed up.
no, I know what you mean. I mean, no. I don't think you can say it as a whole. Women being given these rights is why society is so messed up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is because if you look at, for example, because the feminists are fighting the patriarchy so much, you see grown men. Because back then, a man couldn't walk around and tell you, address me as a woman or address me as her or I'm a she. He will be smacked back to reality. But now you can't do that. That's them gradually um, getting rid of the patriarchy in society. So that's why you see men wearing dresses and acting like women. That's a result of that. And also, if you look back some years back before women started taking offices, like occupying positions of power, like decision making positions. Well, I mean, I'm not talking about companies. I'm talking about like countries, political
Mm.
offices, making decisions that actually affect a popular, like a country or a
Mm-hmm.
people, right? Example of that is I've mentioned this before, right? If you look back to when men, like strong men, were in position, because if you look now, you see men that are not qualified are being voted into power because they cater to women, right? Or how women feel. I did mention this. You as a man or as a parent, you can't even discipline your kids, right? Whereas back then, even your neighbors or a random person on the street can discipline your kid for acting up. But now you can't do that. You could be arrested and your kids get taken from you. And me looking back, prior to women occupying these positions, there was nothing like that.
I don't think you can say it directly correlates.
Directly. It's directly like straight line to it. There is no zigzag. It's
No,
direct line to it. It's just what it is.
When you say discipline, there are many different ways.
No. What I mean is, for example, a random person could smack your kid for acting up, and you look at them like, yeah, you deserve that because you should be acting right. You should act
I mean,
right.
no, I don't even think you need to go that far these days because I feel like even if you're talking to your child sternly,
Yeah,
you get looks.
yeah, I know that, but I'm just giving, like that is extreme now. That's like overboard for you to smack your child.
No, I know what you're saying. Whereas previously it was more.
Yeah,
It's just the way things were.
Yeah, so man, back then boys they understand masculine role. Now they don't know what it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you had to put them in, like, let them know what it is. But now you can't do none of that. If you look at TikTok right now, there's a lot of live sections that actually talk about if you smack your kid, that's abuse. Like literally, like don't forget that is part of. I'm not saying you just start abusing your kids randomly for doing nothing. It's gonna get to a point as a parent, even the most gentle parent, so to speak, he or she is gonna get to a point where by talking or correcting is no longer enough, and you have to punish them, right? I mean, there are steps. You could punish them by taking something from them, which I wouldn't do. I don't think that works. You could, yeah, by depriving them of something they love. That don't work. Sometimes you have to physically do it for them to get a message really quickly. And that works 100% of the time.